Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to talk about finding your bangle size. The first one we're going to be doing is the all-around bangle, the regular plain traditional bangle. Next is going to be our cuff bangle. You can tell because there's a notch in between. Our hinge bangle that opens up just like this. And our ID bracelets, or any bracelets in general. Three things that you are going to need. So you're going to need a tape measure if you have one, or a plain ruler. And if you don't have any of those, then string, piece of wire, pipe cleaner, any of that works. So we're gonna get right into it.
There'll be, I'm gonna show you how to measure this in like a two method of sizing of your bangle and a cuff bracelet, hinge, and I guess the regular bracelet. So anyway, the first method I'm gonna focus on is how to measure the regular bangle that is kind of like solid all around here. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna cuff your hand as small as you can. So this is gonna be the part of the widest part of your wrist, and then there's measurement in inches and there's a measurement in centimeter. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're trying to use it the inches. Okay, so this is because it's Hawaiian jewelry that we are kind of aiming at, but you can also use this for general jewelry as well. So here we go. So in this case here, if you measure it, you can look at the tape here, that's 7.5 inches. Okay, and the rule of thumb is, even though you might be measuring this depending on how you angle it, but give and take a 1/4 inches difference. So if you feel afraid that that might not be accurate, then I would recommend you to go like 7.25, 7.75. I mean, instead of 7.5 that you measure. Okay, so that way is at least it will go in, and you don't have to fight getting the bangle in. Okay, so you can see this is size 7.5 bangle in the sense. You can try this. Yeah, just gonna, then you know exactly that it's gonna fit. Okay, so that's how you know the measurement is correct. Okay, so another method is that's the first method. Second method will be using any wire, any string. If you don't have, especially if you don't have a measurement tape, you just have a ruler and then just a string. So this is what we do. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna cuff your hand and make it, small as you can, and then just gonna take this, widest part of it, and then look at the end part of this, and you kind of like then after you get a string, just kind of place it in here. So that's how you know this is 7.5. Yeah. So it's all depend on what you have around your house. If you want to measure the bangle. Okay, for the second method, we're gonna be measuring the wrist for your bracelet, cuff, and then hinge. Okay, so you're gonna need a measurement tape again, and then we're gonna do the same thing, but instead of measuring on the top here, on the widest part, we're gonna measure the wrist itself. Okay, so in this case here, the wrist is 6 inches. Okay, so you know that when you have a cuff bangle, you're gonna need at least 1.25 inches, where this widest part, when it's open up, this is how you're gonna get this thing in. So you're gonna need additional 6. Okay, so what a jeweler is gonna do is gonna tell you, okay, that's 6 inches. Yeah. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna cut the wire, and then they're gonna form it into this, and then they're gonna open it up maybe about 1.25 inch, depending on how your wrist is gonna be, your size. So, but you can always close it if you want to get smaller. You can close it like that. So that's how you know that's the right fit for you. Okay, so that's one way of using the tape to measure it. So the other way is if you don't have the measurement tape, using any wire or strings or thin rope, so that way you get more accurate. Okay, so it'll be the same thing here. I'm gonna use the wire, and then I'm gonna, measure it to this part where as close as I can, and then I just look at the ruler here, for example, and that's a 6 inches. Okay, so that would be the same. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but let's try that again. So we're gonna do it again. Here you go. That's the smallest. Okay, so that's, and then you can measure the tape here. That's roughly about 6 inches. Yeah. So either way, if you don't have the tape, use a wire, and then just get a ruler somewhere, around the house or something. Okay. So, and the same goes with the ID bracelet. A lot of time you need, if you need like a size 6 on what your wrist is, then normally it'll be a size 7 for your ID bracelets, and this is what she had here, probably like a 7. Okay, so for the hinge, you need to get at least ½ inch larger than what your measurement is. So in this case here, this is 6 inches, so you should get like a size 6.5 on the hinge, so that you have a ½ inch leeway. So when you put it on, so you should be able to get it, at least some space in between. But you can always go bigger. You can go like 6 3/4. That would be really loose. Or that's how the measurements work on how to use a ruler in this case, yeah, to find out what your wrist size is going to be. That's pretty much what we have to show you today. So I hope you learned something from it. Hope you enjoy it. We'll see you next time.
And that was the end of our video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was very informative and you guys were able to use this information. If you guys have any questions, feel free to DM us or contact us in any way possible. They're going to be listed on our website and everything like that. And yeah, please subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye. Aloha.